Hello, so my name is Prabal Bhandari, and uh, this is the final project for Web API, and in which I have made a electronic health record website in which we can store electronic and medical health data, and we can also book appointments and add prescriptions. We can also add doctors or clinics, as you can see. So yeah. So as we can see in the backend, I've used a database, MongoDB, which is a NoSQL database, and the reason I've used this is because it is flexible as well, and I can easily scale it in future uses. Here we can see the collections, and there are about 8 collections. We have appointments, we have clinics, then we have doctors, and then we have health logs. We've made this. This is test data, and then there are prescriptions, and this is symptoms, and this is the user collection. So now we move on to the backend, and in the backend, as you can see, there is authentication, proper authentication. We have used the JSON web token, and there is the token key is derived from the environment, which will not be pushed in the GitHub. And as you can see, there is the registered API. First, it checks all the inputs, and if there is already a user, then it says that the user already exists. There is also encryption, so that we can see here, and so that we cannot see the password, and the token key will expire in 2 hours. So that's the thing. There's also login, in which first there is validation, and then we find the email and the password, we find the token, and if everything matches, then it's 200 status, which means the user has been authenticated. And here you can see the user's password, which is encrypted, so that we cannot find out what is happening. So moving on, there are API designs. You can see that everything is separated with a well file structure. There are models, and there are controllers. There are find all. We can create, find by ID. We can update, we can delete, and we can find. There are different kinds of controllers here. As you can see, the requirement was of 8 APIs, but there are more than 8 APIs. As you can see, there is health log 2, and in routes there are 2 types of routes. First, it checks that this is the middleware. If it's not authenticated, then it will not, the API will not send, the backend will not send the API. And in the index file, we can see there are 2 routes. One is the API, which will use the index routes from here: symptoms, appointments, doctors, logs, clinics, and prescription. And one is the authentication API, which will take the routes from here: login and register, and there is, yeah. We can also see that there has been test conducted, and it is 1 for equal, and this is the main server file. The database is deployed here on cloud. There is another API to get all the user details. As we can see, the site is responsive as well, and there has been Redux has been used. I have also, this is the front end code. I have used SCCS, which is CSS, and there has been use of different components. File architecture. There are assets folder, components folder, which has different components. There are pages folder, which has pages, and there are dummy data as well used to test. And Redux has been used to store the theme, which we can see here. And this is the roots. Here we can see there have been multiple commits and regular version control updates. There has been 2 branches as well. This is for the integration, which is done just recently. This is the front-end repository. You can see there's the backend repository as well, and there has been about 40 commits, which I have been doing. You can see here regularly. Here, then 30 file changes and 3 commits in the sector. So now moving on to the front end, we can see that different APIs have been consumed. You can see that in login, in register, there has been authentication post has been used, and in some cases there has been get has been used as well, the fetch one. Here we have used two APIs, one to post and one to fetch the list of doctors. So now we will be moving on to the actual website. So this is the register page of the website, and new tester at the password here. Then we register, an alert comes. We log in, we save to this. Then we add the password, and then we logged in. As you can see, we can change the dark theme from here. And another thing is, an IoT project has also been embedded here. So we have used the ThinkSpeak platform, and you can see here that different sensors were connected. You can see the dust level, and we can see the humidity. We can also check the heartbeat. So okay, now we move on to health log. Testing health log. Height 1, weight 1. Testing health log. Now the data has been saved. We'll go to symptoms. Likewise, we can add appointments. The appointment name will be testing. Tomorrow's date, and then we can choose a doctor, Dr. Ramshashta, and then we'll add the date as well. That has been saved. We can add prescriptions as well, and the doctor will again be Ramshashta. Medicine name will be testing. We can add its injection, 100 mg. This and then testing. That has been saved again. And we can add doctors as well. Now doctors new, and then test. This is, we have taken the backend from the clinics page. Now we will add this. Here we can see that the new doctor has been added. Likewise, we can go to clinics, new clinic test, and we can choose the city, the province, Kathmandu. Yeah. Now the doctors tab, we can see the new clinics has been added. Now we can go to the settings and we can log out, and that is it. So now we will head on to the database, and then we'll check the appointment, and we will see that recently a testing has been created at 22/17 at 19:38. Yeah. And 16:09. A new clinic has been created as well. This is the new clinic test we just made, and we can head on to the doctors tab, and we can see another doctor we created, Dr. New Tester, and we can go to health log and see that there is another testing, health log testing, height was 1 and weight was 1, and likewise prescription. We can see the testing, 100 mg testing, and in symptoms we can see the testing as well, and in users we can see the username and the password. The password obviously will be encrypted, but here is the new tester pass Gmail and the encrypted password. So this is my project. So thank you.